But tuanze kuzungumza. Good afternoon, colleagues. I am Kituku Sylvester, the acting chairperson, Taita Taveta Media Association and Press Club. We, the Taita Taveta Press Club and media professionals in Taita Taveta County, have today taken the unprecedented step to come forward to shield a deficit upon which our professionalism is grounded on against unwarranted assault by the government officials who abuse accountability and integrity. We have been compelled to protest against reckless and defamatory remarks made by one Gofton Mkaya, the County Executive Committee member for Health Services, statement that he made on February 3rd, 2025. In a shocking and emotional outburst, he falsely accused journalists of demanding payment for coverage. These baseless accusations have tarnished our reputation and undermined the crucial role of the media in upholding transparency and good governance. It is instrumental to know that this media, that one Mr. Mkaya is so easily insulting, has been at the forefront of exposing the rot and mismanagement in the health sector. The media, playing its role as a public watchdog, has refused to be silent while citizens in the county of Taita Taveta suffer while seeking health services. This is unacceptable. To this end, media has consistently and bravely demanded answers from one Mr. Mkaya. The media has aired grievances from patients and complaints from medics over the deterioration of the services under this one Mr. Mkaya. As a result, the County Executive Committee member has adopted a very hostile stance against the media in futile hope that he will intimidate them and avoid scrutiny. That is not going to happen. After his intimidating tactics fail, he has resorted to bad-mouthing, which he has been doing to journalists and accusing them of demanding money from him with the intention of discrediting reports, especially those that expose the rot in his docket. Mr. Mkaya's remarks violate Article 34 and 35 of our Constitution. More importantly, the Access to Information Act of 2016, Part 5 and 18. As a public officer heading arguably the most critical docket in the county, Mr. Mkaya is bound by duty and his oath of office to provide information pertaining his sector. He has dismally failed to this front. Additionally, his reckless talk contravenes Article 73, Chapter 6 of the Constitution of Kenya, Leadership and Integrity, as well as the Public Officer Ethics Act 10, Part 2. A public officer who takes a dim view of the role of a media in promoting accountability and good governance is unfit to hold any public office. We are here to make it clear that we will not tolerate disrespect, intimidation, or falsehoods meant to discredit this noble profession, journalism. It is important to note that Mr. Mkaya was asked to issue an apology over his remarks, but in his usual recadicatory, he chose not to do. This does not even manifest arrogancy, but a state officer whose life is sustained by the taxpayers, but also a spin in the face of the county government that is headed by Governor Mwadime. That is a shame to the public in Taita Taveta. Having no other choice, today we are convinced Mr. Mkaya is unfit to hold any public office, and as the Taita Taveta Media Association and Press Club, therefore today demand the following: that Mr. Mkaya voluntarily resigns now. Yes. That Governor Mwadime fires Mr. Mkaya and replaces him with a more competent person who believes in the county vision for a functional health sector. Given the grave nature of the officers' misconduct and growing rot in the health sector, we, the Media Association in Taita Taveta, request the County Assembly of Taita Taveta to exercise their powers as provided for in Article 185.3 and investigate the conduct of Mr. Mkaya in relation to this specific incident. the lack of goodwill towards improving the health sector, and failure to remain accountable to the people of Taita. These are grounds enough to impeach Mr. Mkaya and replace him with a more competent person. Failure to comply with the above demands in 7 days, we, the Taita Media Association and Press Club, we are going to issue to our members another way forward, and they won't believe. Lastly, going forward, and the spirit of implementing the right of access to information, we Taita Press Club ask one Governor Mwadime and his government to kickstart a routine and quarterly disclosure of performance by all departments vis-a-vis the monies received from the national government with detailed expenditure outbreak. It should be broken very well how that money has been spent throughout that time. It is in this spirit that is provided for in access to information, Article 135. Since the inception of devolution in 2013, the media in Taita has had cordial and vibrant working relationship with the county government of Taita. There has never been such a blatant attack by any public officer until now. We are committed to promoting good governance, patriotism, and accountability, but such attacks risk ruining the relationship that has been existing.
Before the evolution, I was here.
Very well. The attacks from one Mr. Mkaya risk taking us to the opposite direction. We refuse to be silent while our credibility is being dragged through mud. We also want to state categorically that we do not condone unethical practices by journalists in Taita such as soliciting money so that they can provide coverage. That goes against the Media Council of Kenya Code of Conduct, practice for all journalists. But we are still reminding the county government that we are not going to keep quiet when one officer is defiling our professionalism. We are not going to keep quiet when one officer is soiling our professionalism. We are not going to keep quiet, ladies and gentlemen, when one officer is our professionalism. We are not going to keep quiet. We remain open to dialogue, but we will never compromise on the principles of press freedom, professionalism, integrity, and ethical journalism. Thank you. I now invite a few